Welcome back, squad. Must avoid quarterbacks. We're getting into the season. It's a different angle. Let's go. Welcome back, squad. Like I said, some quarterbacks to avoid this year. I only have 3 for you today. I honestly don't hate most of them this year. There's a few that I don't like, and there's a few really low ones that I wouldn't take. I wouldn't take Daniel Jones, but are you drafting Daniel Jones? No. So as far as the top 12, 15 guys, these are the guys that I would not draft out of that. If you want more of outside the top 15, let me know and I can add those too. But anyway, up first, he's going around QB3, QB4. It's Joe Burrow. I feel like I hate on Burrow every year. It's just you have to have him be pretty perfect for you. Last season, the QB3 averaged 21 fantasy points per game on the year. That's about 3 passing touchdowns, and 250 yards, which doesn't sound crazy. It really doesn't. But if you're getting a passing quarterback who's not going to run like Joe Burrow, then I would prefer to take a Dak Prescott much later. It's not that Burrow's a bad quarterback. He's a very good quarterback. Fantasy-wise, though, he has to hit these parameters pretty much every single game because he's not really going to run that much. He still has his weapons. He still has Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, so I'm not really worried about that. It's just, can he be consistently putting up this volume without anyone on this offense getting hurt? You're just asking for very specific things to continue to happen throughout the entire season, which is 4 months long. So could he get QB3? Yeah, maybe. But I don't think he's beating Josh Allen at QB1. You're pretty much drafting him at his ceiling in my mind, and I don't like doing that. So I'm pretty out on Joe Burrow this year. This one's conflicting for me because I don't even know how much I love this, but Drake May at QB5 is a bit high for me. New England was bottom 8 in pass attempts last season. That could change now that they have A.J. Brown, but there's a lot that I kind of like Burrow see that has to happen again for him to have a good season. Now, he was QB2 last season in fantasy points per game behind Josh Allen, which is really good because he was really efficient. He led the NFL in completion percentage and passer rating at quarterback. He was second in MVP voting. He's a good player. He even runs the ball, which I like enough, so that's good to see. But again, you're asking him to be super efficient. Now, do I like him more than Joe Burrow? Certainly, yes. Absolutely. And I don't know how much higher he can go because, again, I don't think he's beating Josh Allen. I think he could beat Burrow, so I think he could be QB3. And that's kind of it. I don't see him really outperforming one of those running QBs. Maybe. I know you're going to say he did it before. He could do it again. He could do it again. That's true. But the TD regression scares me. And honestly, the skill of the teams they play in their division kind of scare me. The Dolphins suck. The Jets are the Jets. The Bills are the only real team in that division. That's 4 games right there that you're playing where they could score 3 touchdowns on the ground and then May throws for 1, right? It's a little risky for my taking because he has to be uber efficient again. And he can be, and I could see that happening, but he's risky. I'm not going to say avoid Drake May. I'm just not fully bought into Drake May. And last, at QB12, that range, Brock Purdy. Now, I love Brock Purdy. He was top 5 in fantasy points per game last season. Couple things that are coming in and going to affect that. He has Mike Evans, which is nice. Mike Evans is getting old. They're going to say he's an ageless wonder. He had a bad hamstring injury, and that scares me a lot. So I don't want to say he's done and he's cooked, but you'll see from his ADP, Mike Evans is not going to be trusted this year. And I don't think he should be. He will have some boom games. And Purdy's not going to throw the ball, 60, 50 yards down the field very often. So that's tough. George Kittle, also getting old, also tore his Achilles from someone who also tore his Achilles. Obviously, we're the same, me and George Kittle. That scares me a little bit too. It's a brutal injury to come back from. Kittle, I don't think will have the numbers that he did last year pre-injury. I just don't foresee that happening. So really, this offense, they lost Jawan Jennings to Minnesota. Is Christian McCaffrey. Now, Purdy could fall, and I would be interested in him. But I wouldn't take him over guys like Jackson Dart, Bo Nix, guys in those range. Nix is actually below him right now. I think that might change. But I think the upside of Purdy is just not where it normally could be if you had a healthy team, a younger team, whatever. That's it. That's all the must-avoid quarterbacks. There's quarterbacks that I would prefer not to take, but I wouldn't say I would avoid them. I would prefer to not take Jalen Hurts, but am I avoiding him? Not at the right price, right? Any quarterback at the right price can be paid for, can be bought, and I can live with it. If Drake May falls, he won't. But if he does fall, I would take him. If Joe Burrow falls at the right price to QB 37, I would take him. You have to read your board and pick the value based on what you get. Anyway, I'm out of breath. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, who you are out on this year in quarterbacks. The season is upon us. Let's get going. Running backs next week. Peace out.